Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome to Desynced. This is a game I saw a couple of years ago, but I actually never got a chance to play it. When your ship becomes damaged, you must send drones to the surface of an unknown planet to build facilities necessary for repairs. Guided by your onboard AI, you'll build, automate, survive and thrive. So this is a factory automation game. I have played the tutorial, so I've played for about an hour. Let's jump in and see what this is all about. Lots to do, let's get stuck in. So we'll start a new game. Not really worried about the seed, but there is one thing that I am going to change that I picked up. So if we go into the custom game settings, infinite resources, that's the one I want. And then we're going to hit play and confirm. Quite unique core mechanics. Yes, I've played the tutorial. Awesome. So we get our activation protocol confirmed, and there's a whole bunch of stuff while it's loading. Any key? Yep, there we go. So from what I gathered from the tutorial, I'm going to skip most of what the AI tells me, Elaine, our Emergent Logistics Artificial Intelligence Network, because I have an idea about this. So we'll skip through this, see if there's anything really important. Find metal and crystals, yep. The blight may contain breakthroughs, yep, we'll remember that. And understood, yeah, codex and navigation. Now, I don't know why it's bringing me to a tutorial. I don't want to do a tutorial. Can I skip this somehow? Okay, so we can do this. Follow the prompts. Have I messed up somewhere? Yes, I'm going to skip through all of that. All right. Really? Did I click tutorial for some reason? Let me skip through all of this nonsense. So I'm going to grab this command center and I'm going to deploy the base. I think I'll give it a little bit of space. We'll put it out around there and our command center is deployed. And we've got a couple of guys sitting over here. We've got a couple of engineers. We can grab them and tell them to go and fetch metal ore, or mine it at least. And then we have a scout. And we're going to put the scout to the side for the moment. And then we're going to go into our command center. And this has a fabricator and an advanced small turret already in it. So I'm going to give the turret to the scout. So the scout will come over and fetch it. And I'm going to put the small fabricator into a medium slot. So there's different slots. There's internal, small, medium, and I think large. I haven't seen a large yet, but I assume that there will be one. And then with our fabricator, we are going to fabricate some more fabricators. And I will queue 3 of them up so we can put those in. But we are missing components. So we need to hit the build menu, get a small building, and I'm going to put it, let's see, I want to leave space, so that should be good. And actually, while I'm doing that, I'm going to put another one right next to it. Now we have this drop pod as well, and the drop pod has stuff in it. We have a fabricator. We also have a deployer. Oh, right. Yes, I need to delete one of these. So we'll abort construction of that. See, it's already got some bars dropped in it. But I'm going to take this drop pod and I want to click on the deployer, drop it there, and they can't be dropped directly. So do we have to equip it? Okay. And then select the scout and deploy that there. Now, I think that's going to give us a little mini factory. There we go. And it is a little mini factory and it has a fabricator on it and it's automatically making metal bars, which is what we need. Because we need metal bars and we also need a little bit of that crystal. So what I'll do is I'm going to take my engineer and right click on that. Oh dear, it's full. So inside our command center, we have a robot factory. And let's see, we've got a runner and a worker unit. Now, I think I have enough to build a couple of worker units. All right, we have our 2 runners, but they're not going to be able to do anything if we don't give them something to do. So I'm going to get our fabricator to fabricate an assembler. We'll start with just 1. Oh, hang on, 1. Yes, and there we go. Now that's going to use plates, which we are not making. But if we come into our command center and we switch this out, it's making the plates. And it makes plates from iron bars. So we need to kind of automate all of this. And I want to get rid of this flippin' tutorial stuff. I'm pretty sure I didn't ask it to do a tutorial. I think I might have soft locked myself here. All right, so let's have a look at what the command center has in it. It has power production, power cell, transmits 500. That's our power up at the top over there. We have 77 metal ore and 72 metal bars. So what we probably need to do then is make metal plates. And for now, let's just do 10. And off they go. Now the runners, they are not doing anything. They are both on the network. Oh yeah, that's the network. And it's within range. Now we can expand that range out, but as you can see, it's not very far. And actually, the crystal is slightly out of that range. Right, now that we have the metal plates, I need to go back to the fabricator, change production. And I really would like one of these, but now I don't have the crystals. So let's see if I can get this guy to drop his resources. And I can. So there we go. Now he's picking up crystals. Right, so now we're getting crystals. And we're already full up on these. Oh, okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to request an item, and that will be a fabricator, just one, and that'll be brought over, and then I can hop in here and change the recipe, and we can do metal bars. Done. Awesome. Now that that's going, I'm going to change this recipe, and I want to do an assembler. And we have the plates, we have the crystal chunks. They will come in, and one of our runners is actually doing something now because there was something to do. So I'm going to put down another building, and I think I'm going to put a storage block over here. Yeah, that'll be good. And then what I'll do is add a building piece over there, and that's built. So back into the command center, I will get our fabricator to make another fabricator. And then I'm going to get these two guys here to store. You got to drag, and that one drag. So they will both store their stuff in the storage. I'm going to transfer the circuit board out of this drop pod just to get it out of the way. I'm going to drop it in the command center. So that's out of the way now. And I'm going to get this building to request a fabricator. Just the one. Apparently I didn't set it to make the fabricator. And there we go. Now it's making it. And then that fabricator is going to come over here. And once it's here, then we can click on this and we can set the recipe to metal plate. And that's done. But I think we need storage for the metal plates as well. So I will build another storage block over here and everything will be delivered to it. This game's fairly complex, but it's actually pretty good. And now that that storage is built, I'll grab the store in there for that one. So now we'll have storage of the plates. Everything's going pretty well. I do need some more robots though. So we'll go back over to the robot factory and we'll select more workers. And I think I'll give a couple more to the metal and one more to the crystal. So let's do 3. And then at the same time, we need to hop over here and set this to finally build an assembler, because now we have the crystals and the plates. We don't have to process the crystals. Right, so now that that's done, I'm going to switch the assembler. Wait, can I put the assembler in there? Well, I can. Oh, well, cool. So here we can do things. So I want 3 more miners. So I'm going to get 3 of those and get those built. And there's a miner. I can drop it on this one and I can set that to go over to mine metal. And then I'll do the same for the next one. I'll load that one up, load that one up. This one I will send over to the crystal, and this one can go and carry on mining metal. So we have lots of metal coming in. So the next thing we need to build is an uplink so we can start doing some research. We have circuit boards, so let's get that built. And now that that's built, I'm going to pop it into the slot. And there it is. So now the uplink allows us to do research. And I don't need all of that. Go to the robots. And we'll start with basic structures and start that research. That's going to cost us 30 metal plates. And everyone's going to jump into action and hopefully take the plates over, and then we will have some research underway. Well, good. It's a good start. And just because I can, I'm going to get a couple more robots because things are going to start getting busy around here. Basic structures are researched, and we have reinforced plates that we can make now, and those are made in an assembler. We have a 1x1 2 slot, or 2 small slot. We have a 2x1 with a medium slot and a small slot, and we have a defense block. I'm going to open research, and then I'm going to do basic power research that, get that underway. So now if we go into the buildings, I want to get some more assemblers queued up. So we'll do another 3. go into the building, grab this big building, and I'll put it down over here. There seems to be some space out in this direction. And they'll come out and this will get built. Basic power research is complete. So we can open our research, and then I'll do basic signals and set that. Now that's going to take 5 circuit boards. Now I don't know if that was a good idea, but that's fine. I'm going to make circuit boards. So I will request an assembler over here, and then I'm going to set that assembler to start making our circuit boards. Now we do have reinforced plates that we need to make as well. So, and that is now, I've selected that and it's infinite. So it's going to keep making circuit boards. And then I'm going to hover over this, press C, press V, and I'm going to put this down, I think about there. So what this will do is it'll copy this whole setup, including the recipe. Now I don't want that recipe here. And basic signal research is done. So we'll open the research. Let's see, basic robotics. Oh yeah, there we go. I want to do power transduction and set that research. Now that's going to need the reinforced plates, which is what we're building over here. This still needs 11 plates and we are running out. Yeah, we have run out in the storage because they're being produced too slowly, which means that I need to scale this up. And I might just do that. We have plenty of metal bar production, but not much of this. So I'm going to copy that and paste it right next to this one. And that's also going to copy this as the storage block for these, as far as I can tell. Over here, we're just waiting for 5 more. And I need to just hop in my command center and make sure that we have, yep, we have a spare assembler. And our new building is being built. So as soon as this is finished, I'm going to change the recipe. Hop in here, change the recipe to reinforced plate, and that's it. Right, and now the little runners and my scout. The scout, I'm not going to go scouting just yet. We're going to be doing that soon enough. And I'm just going to keep an eye. Yep, I can see our metal bar production is going down quite a bit. So what I may do here, copy that and copy and paste it over there. Now this is also, as you can see, when I pasted this one, it set the storage to the storage as well. So if I put another one, which I may need to do, this one will automatically go to this storage, which is exactly what I want. If I put another one in, it'll do the same, as long as I'm copying and pasting. Problem is, I don't think I have another fabricator, so I'm going to build one so that this one can be finished. Yep, it's still waiting for one fabricator, so when that's done, it'll be sent over and that'll be working. In the meantime, we have circuit boards being made, we have reinforced plates being made. That means that our research is continuing. So as you can see, we're going to be doing a lot of expanding, and we're probably going to need a few more fabricators and assemblers. It's nice to have some in hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and paste another one. I'll give it some space because I may want to do another circuit board setup. So we're going to put this one out here, and I'm going to put another one next to it. And those two are going to make our fabricators and our assemblers so that we have some in hand. But I need to just check my network. Yep, those are still in the network. Good. Another couple of things I might want to do is give a storage block and have them a little closer to the mining locations. So I'm going to put one over there and then another one over here, because these engineers, well, the engineers, the miners, they're pretty slow. So I'd rather have the runners go out and fetch those resources, which means that I'm going to set all of these guys to deliver to this as their storage. Right, our first storage block is done, so this worker's storage will be there. This one, storage in there. Wait, I should actually just drag that. Yep, grab that one, and that will store in there. So now our runners inside the factory will collect from that storage instead of these guys having to bring the stuff down to the fabricators. And this is done as well, so we'll do the same here and here. Sorted. Then we'll have a storage of ores close by, and these guys can then go and fetch the stuff as it's needed. Yeah, as you can see, our power is becoming a little bit of a problem. Yeah, we're making 500, but we're using 410 at the moment. That's going to become an issue, especially once these two are built, because they're going to use more power. So it's time to start thinking about that. And that means I'll go into the command center and I'll set this to make us crystal power. That's going to give us an extra 150 power per crystal power. And these are fed crystals in order to create power. So I think if I double up, I should be good. So let's do 4 of them. And then I'll go into the building. And I'm going to get the 1x1 2 small slot. Because that power thing is a small slot. And I'm going to stick those out. Let's just press P to see where we are. Yeah, I can put them out here. So holding shift, 2, 3, 4. And actually I only needed 2. So I'm going to abort these 2. Because for now I don't need that much. Because these are 2 small slots. And once they are built, they will be able to handle 4 of those crystal power things. Which will give us an extra 600 power. It does put a bit of strain on the crystal mines, but that's okay. Right now, everything sort of seems to be going okay. Oh dear, I didn't want to be doing that. So I'm going to change this one to fabricator, and we'll make infinite. And we're just using internal storage for it, so it's fine. And we finished power transduction. So now we can do solar cells, we can do small batteries, we can do capacitors, which are basically batteries. Melee, pause attack, and portable shield generator. Nice. And we're short of 1 assembler, so let's get that done. Right, and with the command center selected, crystal power, I'll drop 2 off over here. And as you can see, our engineer brought some goodies over. So once these have kicked in, there we go. Our power production has increased. Well, it hasn't increased by much. Where's it gone? We got crystal chunks. It may not be using them because we don't actually need the power. I'm not 100% sure how that works. So maybe they aren't used while they aren't needed. Anyway, we've got a couple more to shove in over here, and we'll do that. And they're all loaded up with material now. Cool. So if we do exceed the 500, then those will kick in. In the meantime, what's happening over here? This is being built. This is making. It's got fabricators in stock. Nice. This one I'm going to change to make assemblers. So that's selected, and yep. I wonder, maybe just like 10? I'll do the same with this one. We'll do 10 fabricators. Yeah, there we go. And then maybe I want more of these reinforced plates. Don't know. We are putting a pretty big strain on our bar and plate production. But I suppose once these are filled up, that should be fine. Yeah, as you can see, we've got the incoming metal plates, metal bars, and then they are storing reinforced plates. And we'll have like 40 of them, so that's pretty good. See what other research we've got to do. We'll do basic robotics. Let's get that started. And we can queue up. I might as well queue up the behaviors. So add that to queue, and we can hop out. We don't really need to have the assembler in our command center anymore, but I'm going to leave it there because we can add a little bit of extra if we like. Because we aren't automating the miners yet, and I don't know if we will. I'm not sure if that's necessary. But we can make things like the small power field. And I think I'll make a couple of those. Actually, I'll make 3. So as you can see, automation with no conveyor belts. I would also like to make some more robots. So I'll go over to the robot factory, and we're going to make some more runners. And I think maybe another 3. Yeah. I'm going to take my scout, which is running around at the moment, and I'm going to disconnect it from the network. And I'm going to let it come and park out over here. And I think if you hover over it and press 1, or something like that, it's supposed to add it to its own little group. Maybe it's control 1? 1? No idea. Anyway, I'd like to find it at some point, so yeah. Right, well, we're still getting a lot of stress on these, but maybe these new robots that we're making will help. But now that we have assemblers and fabricators, it's very easy. We can just copy that, paste it over there, and everything is being made to produce this building with the fabricator on it. So that's just going to do its thing, and because I copied it, it's going to automatically use this as the storage. Because it does look like we are taking a little strain, and maybe we need even more runners because they are running around a lot. And basic robotics research has been done, so now we got the robotic assembler, dashbot, ooh, that's nice. Building 1x1 with the medium slot, building 2x1 with 2 medium slots, energized plate, that is something new, and silicon. So we need to automate those. And that, and I just had to go and check, those are produced by the robotics assembler. The silicon, on the other hand, is just a fabricator. Robotics assembler is a medium component. So I'm going to copy one of these and paste it down next to those. And now we have to start looking at the silica, but the silica is a little bit out of our range. If I press P, oh no, actually it's not. All right, well, we're getting another miner. So we can grab a worker unit, just one for now. And I would like my assembler to be making us a miner, which is that one, just one. And now we have a miner, we can pop it on here. And we can send this miner to go and get silica sand. Cannot mine silica sand. And why is that? Oh, it can if I select the right unit. All right, well, that's going to go and mine silica sand. And then we'll get access to this plateau. So what I may do here is just get a small building and pop it up over here. And it's still in range. So our guys will come and build this. And now that it's built, I'll grab the command center and put a small power field in there. And that's going to expand our network and power coverage into this area. Now we need to be careful because there are bad dudes around. And it's raining, but only on the plateau. Alright, so we're mining, but we're not doing anything with that yet. So I think we should do something with it. That means building, and I think I'll build the 1x1 with 2 small slots on it. Pop it over here, close by. And we finished behaviors research, which gives us a behavior controller, shared storage, a beacon kit, and a beacon. Cool. All right, well, let's see what else we're going to do. Robotics production. Yeah. And then we'll do expanded power as well. And we'll just add that to the queue. Oh, what the heck. We might as well add the nanobots. But we aren't automating those advanced plates yet, which is something I plan to do over... Wait, I didn't plan to do that here. This production needs to change to robotic assembler. And I think I'm going to keep like 5 of them. 6. We'll keep 6. Now that this building is done, I'm going to request 2 fabricators. And those are incoming and being built. And then I'm going to set this, both of them, to make me silicon. So that will make silicon, and this will make silicon. Then I'm going to grab this, copy, paste it next to this one. Oh wait, that's a mistake. Hold on, abort. Let me go and check this out first. I think I'll build the slightly bigger one, this one. And it's going to be a new one because I want to put, I think it needs a robotic assembler to make what I want to make. Just have a look at this quickly. Yeah, this doesn't make those more advanced plates. It's the robotic assembler that does. And we have 6 robotic assemblers. Perfect. And right over here, we are not receiving the silica sand. This worker is holding silica sand, but for some reason is not part of the network. All right, well now it is. So now this will deliver the silica sand. It'll make the silica, and we'll probably need a little bit of storage for that. So I'll put a storage block in over there and set the storage to that. And I feel like I need more runners. So back over to the command center, we will do... Actually, the workers have a better number of slots, but I want to get into the dashbots pretty soon. So I will add 2 more. 3 more. Yeah, let's do that. Right, this one is now done, and I'm going to set this and request a robotic assembler, which is that one. Just the one. Now, these have internal storage, but they store the inputs and the outputs in that storage. So if we want to have more, like we don't really need it right now, but if we wanted to have more, we could just add a storage block on. Is there a problem with this? Why is that request not happy? Do we not have something that can carry the medium item? Well, it's been requested. Hopefully, eventually something comes to pick it up. Oh, I see the problem. Yep. One of these slots, we don't need circuit boards, so we do need circuit boards. Somehow we have an extra assembler in here. That is blocking everything, so I need to drop that somewhere. Buildings cannot be dropped directly. Well, that's not good. So I need to get this assembler out, and if I get that to drop it in there, then this production can start, and we've got a slot now for the robotic assembler. Perfect. And the robotic assembler building is done, so we can set this now to make energized plates, and we will do that, and we'll just do infinite. There you go. So it's going to take the reinforced plates and the crystals, and it's going to make the energized plates. Perfect. Now, if we wanted to, we could just put a component, an assembler on this small slot over here, and we can do the production of the reinforced plates on this assembler as well. Our Scout has a high-grade capacitor, which means that it can travel out. If one of these runners went out of the power zone or the network zone, that would run out of power and move very slowly. The Scout is a little different because it has a high-grade capacitor, so we can send it on missions. We can grab our Scout, and there's a spot over here. So let's go and investigate that. And he gets out here, and we have high-density frame to high-tech material, and we have crystal powder. So we can take that, and it's gone. Now, I don't have any protection for this guy, but I think he's capable of running away because he's quite fast. I'm going to run around and see if I can find any more of these places. And I don't know if I'm making a mistake exploring before I have adequate protection. Oh, and I found another explorable, so we'll head over there and see what we get out of this one. Oh, look at that. A small power field and some reinforced plates. Cool, we'll take those. Now, our slots are full, so we wouldn't be able to pick anything else up. So, minimap, and we'll just bring them back. And I wonder if I need to have storage. There's storage on the command center, so maybe what I can do, drag all of this stuff into the command center. Yeah, I'll put this one over here. Yeah, the reinforced plates can go in the reinforced plate building. How are we doing on research? Nanobots are... Oh, we haven't added that to the queue, so we'll add it. But in the meantime, we're on our way to robotics production. That'll give us wire. That needs silica, sand, and metal plates. We have silicon. We haven't stored silica sand. So I think maybe I should put up a little storage for that. We'll get a storage right there. Alright, I have these workers now. I think I'm okay on mining. Yeah. Maybe one more to do the silica. So let's get a miner built. Alright, that's underway. The other two I'm going to just put on the network. Let them do their thing. This guy I'm going to leave over here, and as soon as that miner is done, I'm going to add another miner to the silica. And I'm going to set this guy to store in there. Alright, there's our miner. Drop it on here. Get this guy to do silica sand, and also set his storage to there. Alright, and then all of these little bits are being cleaned up. The stuff that's lying in the way. You know, all of these scattered resources, that'll clean the place up so that I can do more building. Right now, everything seems to be going fairly well. Production on the metal plates is slow because we're using quite a lot of them. But we finished robotics production, and that means we can start doing the wire. The wire is made in a fabricator. Alright, that means that we're going to need another little fabricator setup, but we are able to make blueprints. And I haven't figured that out yet. B, no, B, no. Alright, we'll have a look at blueprints in the next episode. So we're going to get one of these, I think a small 2x2, and we'll put it out over here. And this building is just about done. There we go. And then we can request a fabricator times 2. And as you can see, our power is there. I think we're okay for now. We may have to expand our little power setup eventually. Maybe I'll actually just do that now. Yeah, so we'll put one out there. That'll do its thing. This is now going to be set, and this is going to be set to make wire infinitely, and the same with this one. And we can pave our whole factory as well by building, I think maybe I'll build one of these next to the wire. So just one with 2 small slots. And we are ripping through our metal ore. Now, I'm pretty sure that I made that infinite. I hope I did. And I didn't forget to push a save button somewhere. It does look like we're going through this stuff. I don't know how that works. Anyway, we have researched expanded power, which means we can now build wind turbines. Wind turbines need things that we are already making. So we can open the research. Nanobots are being researched as we speak. So we can queue up the gateway technology. That'll give us the high density frames, a refinery, crystal powder, both of which we've seen that we picked up from those other buildings. A resimulator reconstructs objects on a simulation level charged via data cubes. We're going to have to find data cubes. Resimulation component that would go on a robot. Gates, walls, resimulator core. Cool, add it to the queue. Right, and this building is built. So I'm going to request a fabricator in here. Just the one for now. And then we're going to hop in here and we're going to set this to make us foundation plates. And that will happen. So we got this whole area up on the plateau. And this is the area that we build the wind turbines in. Now, I haven't really checked out the wind turbines because they weren't in the tutorial, or I didn't get that far in the tutorial. But I'm kind of feeling like I need to create a setup for it. Okay, this is done. I'm going to need to increase production of fabricators. Maybe have a few more. So we'll add another 10 in. We still have 2. And over here we are making foundation plates. Perfect. So if I go to the build menu now, there are foundations and I can drag that and have a few of those put in. Now I don't want to do this too much because it's going to take the robots away from their jobs. But it looks like we're okay on, hold on, we're okay on metal ingots. Gateway technology is done. So open research and that will give us access. Wait, is it done? No, it's not done. No, it's underway. So the nanobots was the one that finished. And look at that. We have more foundations. Nice. And we can close areas up and make this place look pretty respectable. We are still having a bit of a problem with the plates. They are being used at a very rapid rate. So maybe copy that one and paste it over there. I should have everything that I need to build that. So the wind turbine is a medium component. So we need, if we're going to put wind turbines in, which we might want to do, we're going to need a foundation that can handle medium. That building has a 1x1 medium and it's pretty cheap. So let's pop in a couple. Now by putting the wind turbines up on the higher level, you actually double the output of the wind turbines. But that means I do need to make a couple of wind turbines. So we'll hop into the command center. I haven't got them automated yet, but we can grab those and go, okay, I want 2, build them. And the robots will go and do all the jobs. Now, just going up onto the plateau, there's this power flower. I'm not sure if that's an enemy or not. I'll have to figure that out. It might be, but it's not one that chases you, so I'm not too concerned. I've made a mistake. Hopefully, putting a storage block over here will solve that problem. Right now, it might actually not solve the problem. This takes 2 inputs, and I have 2 inventory slots. So there's no spot to output the wire. All right, well, we learn. That means I might want to take one of these out, and I can't. So let's take this fabricator and put it in there, and then go and look in the fabricator and see if there's a storage module. Internal component. There's a shared storage. Is that what I'm looking for, though? Don't know, but I'm going to try it. We'll just make one, and we're going to drag this into this building. And it has arrived, and it's an internal slot. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, I needed one of the bigger buildings for the wire. Hashed that up. Alright, well, let's do that. So we'll grab the 2x1 and we'll put it over there. Now that that's down, this has 4 storage slots. So that's the one that I needed. If I go here, can I take this out and drop it in there? Yes, I can. And this is now obsolete. I'll leave this here for something, whatever it might need. So this one now I want to make wire, and I can hop back into my command center and grab this and come and put it down over here. So yeah, now we do have 2, and they are both going to make wire, unlimited. And then this, I don't know, I'll leave this here. I might want to do something else with it. Now see, most of my plates are being used to make these reinforced plates, and my reinforced plates, actually, they're not doing too bad. How are we doing over here? Not great, but we don't need many iron bars. Iron bars are only really going into the iron plates, or the metal plates. So yeah, that's fine. That's fine. No, we're doing okay. I could have put a refinery onto this building or onto this building to add, but I don't think I need to. This is not being built because I didn't make enough of the crystal power thing, so we'll put another crystal power on to get built. And once that's built, it'll be sent over here. Oh, wait, there's an issue. I don't have space for something or other. Alright, that means that I can drag this out and go and put it... Ooh, man, it looks like I need a kind of junk storage or something. I'll grab a storage box and put it out over here, because I have clogged up my command center. Yeah, let's have a look around this way. I haven't really played with this camera angle thing much, but there we go. And now that the storage module is built, I can drag some of the stuff out of here that doesn't need to be in here. And I think I do need to make one more of these crystal power things, just to fulfill the order in this place. Alright, so, back to where we were. Okay, this is all being broken down pretty quickly, and we are out of range over here. So I need to get another small foundation over there. Let's put it over here, because this guy is now out of the network. We've expanded pretty well, so we're going to need to expand the network out a little bit more. And our scout is currently not doing anything, so I'm going to send him out here because we've found another explorable that we can go check out and hope he doesn't get attacked by anything. And we've found ourselves a portable power field and some energized plate. Alright, cool, we'll take that. And then we can bring him back and tell him to offload his goods into the storage. So drop that in, and actually, you know what, he could keep that. Drop the plates in. Let's just grab that back out. We have another internal slot. We actually do have an advanced turret on our scout, so yeah, he is safe to go and explore. Right, we have wire being made, and that means that we can switch this back and go and make the 2 wind turbines. Right, now what is the problem? Now we have everything that we need for it. So yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. There we go, everything has been delivered. Right, scout guy, head out in that direction. We'll see if we can find anything decent. There's another spot out here that we can go to. These are explorable, so let's go see what that is. Right, disconnected circuit, view console. Right, okay, so we click to turn, and then that would go that way and there, and these two would connect, and we found ourselves an assembler. Yay. Okay, missing a repair item. So I need to go back to the storage, because we have one of those, and get him to come and fetch one of these. So we'll drop that in there. He'll go back and fetch that. Okay, Scout, you have the stuff. So let's head back out here and go and explore. We'll see what we can find there. In the meantime, everything else is working okay. And over here, we are going to make a request for wind turbine. One there and one there. And, oh, there we go. One's already up. And it's looking strong. Now, those will give us 100 power. And this dude, repair required. Wait. I'm going to drop that in there. Oh, darn it. I picked up the wrong one. Okay, back again. This is the one that I actually wanted. So we can grab our scout, drop that back in, go in here, drag that into the scout, and then take the scout back out and go and explore. It would be better if I chose the scout to go and explore instead of the storage unit. Good, scout is back, and do I just transfer item? Yeah, I don't need to put it in. And we pick up some silicon and a robotics data cube. Those are important, very, very important. So we can go and drop those back. Looks like I might land up with a few of these storage blocks to collect all the stuff out in the world. But I suppose if it's things that we are requesting that can be used, they will be taken out of here, hopefully. Now that we need to take the assembler out, we don't need that. And there was another thing out here, so we can send him to explore again. And there's laterite ore over here. We haven't had a need for it yet. Alright, this has some more crystal powder and reinforced plate. We'll take that and continue exploring. And there's a ramp up onto our plateau over here. Now, right now, his power is going down. I want to see if he attacks this flower. Oh, wait, what's happening? It's chewing up our power. Do we attack it? No. I have no idea, but it's sucked up our power, so probably not a good thing to hang around too close to those guys. Ooh, and this looks like a different kind of area. Yeah, this is, I think this is called the Blight or something. So I'm not going to go in there just yet. I think I'd like to have a little army of robots before I tackle that area. But I did find an explorable out over here, so I'm going to send him out to go and fetch that. And let's see what we get. View console. Oh, so we can click those. I have no idea what I'm doing here. And, oh, I thought I had it and then it went away. Man, this is a bit of a weird puzzle. Oh, well, there we go. I got it. And we get a small battery. Cool. And we need circuit boards for the repair. Okay, so we'll take those in the meantime. Then we'll have to head back and go and pick up some circuit boards. But first, let's drop off what we have. No, other way around. So small batteries, reinforced plates, some crystal powder, and then I'm going to request a circuit board. Okay, and it's just taken one. Perfect. All right, and then we need to head back out over here. And we can transfer the item, and we get another data cube. Perfect. Get some metal bars as well. And we found another place to go and explore. So let's hop over there and go and see what that's all about. All right, repair item, reinforced plate. We'll have to go back and get that. That's another one of these that I have no idea about. And I'm thinking slowly, eventually I'll get it. There we go. And we got a signpost. Yay. Right, and then we'd have to go back and get that. So yeah, let's request one of those and see what happens. Oh no, you know what I've just done? I've got one of the small robots. Oh, we finished the gateway technology. Perfect. Yeah, he's going back to fetch it himself. And now that he has it, actually I'm going to drop off what I can. So let's get him to drop those in here. So the metal bars in the metal bar storage, and then the data cube in here. I hope there's space for it. Yep. Wait, where's the other one? I'm sure I had another one. Is it being used somewhere? Might be. Anyway, we got what we need. We got the reinforced plate. So we'll send him back out here. And now we can transfer the item. And we did get another data core. Cool. Transfer all of those. And there's another one a little further out. So let's close this and go and explore that. And we're getting quite far out, and I haven't seen any enemies yet. And this has a few things as well. Cool. And another one to check out. There we go. They just keep popping up now. All right, and that needs something that I don't have, but we can do this. So that and that. And hopefully we can get this one relatively easily. That's not going to work. That is wrong. Let's see. So yeah, that'll work. Oh, that's a bit of a problem too. I think I'm getting close. That's cool, and that's all done. And it gives us a fabricator, which we can't take, and we'll have to come back with a circuit board. And we'll probably get some more good stuff from that. I'm going to leave this one out here for now, and then we're going to go and have a look at the research, because we now have access to the advanced research, which will give us new stuff. Like radio receivers, radio transmitters, internal storage. Yep, that's kind of what I was looking for earlier. Small storage. Deployer, AOE, repair component. We'll get some advanced materials. So yeah, there's a bit to do. And there are a number of different tech trees. So we started with the starter tech. We've done all the basics. Then there's the advanced, and there'll be something else after that. But there's virus discovery. There's a human research tree, there's an alien research tree, and there's the blight research, which we'll have to get into. But that's going to unlock all sorts of new stuff. But we got ourselves a good start. We have more than enough power, and everything here seems terribly quiet because everything is completely full. That means we're ready to expand, and we'll do that in the next episode. If you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments, let me know your thoughts. This is a very different kind of automation game, but it's an automation game. Just need to learn the rules. And there's actually programming that you can do, which I'm going to have to figure out. You can program automation as well. And I did forget to bring in one of our small power fields. So I'll give someone a little bit of work to do. And then these guys can get charged up and carry on working. Yeah, it's an interesting game. And I don't know really how big this gets. I'm assuming it gets quite large because the tech trees are pretty big. But everything seems to be pretty modular. There will be bigger buildings, and there's a way to do blueprints as well. So you can make kind of standard setups. We've got a 2x2 building. That's pretty big. Yeah, that is very big. So you can get buildings that you blueprint down, and they just do everything. And then you set the recipes and everything goes. Looks good. Thank you to the devs for sending me the key. I appreciate it. The game is out in 1.0, released a day or two ago, and it looks great. I haven't had any issues with it. It runs very smooth. Yeah, good game. Anyway, that's it for now. So thank you for joining me, and until next time, cheers!